My topic is lyophilization and protein-protein interaction methods. First of all, lyophilization. Lyophilization means freeze drying. It is a stabilizing process in which a substance is first frozen and the quantity of the solvent is reduced, first by sublimation, also called primary drying stage, and then desorption, also called secondary drying stage. Two values that will no longer support biological activities or chemical reactions is known as lyophilization. History of lyophilization. Freeze drying was first actively developed during World War II for transport of serum. Atlas in 1961 built 6 production freeze drying cabinet for Nestle Group in Germany, Holland. Next is principle of lyophilization. Lyophilization is carried out using a simple principle of physics sublimation. Lyophilization is performed at the temperature and pressure conditions below the triple point to enable sublimation of ice. The entire process is performed at low temperature and pressure by applying vacuum. Hence, it is suited for drying of thermolabile compounds. The driving force is vapor pressure difference between the evaporating surface and the condenser. Now, the process of lyophilization. Fundamental process steps are following. First is freezing. The product is frozen. This provides necessary condition for low temperature. Next is vacuum. In this process, after freezing, the product is placed under vacuum. This enables the frozen solvent in the product to vaporize without passing through liquid phase. This process is also known as sublimation. Next is heat. Heat. Heat is applied to the frozen product to accelerate sublimation. And last one is condensation. Low temperature condensers plates remove the vaporized solvent from the vacuum chamber by converting it back to a solid. This completes the process of lyophilization. Next is the steps involved in lyophilization. First is freezing stage, second is primary drying stage, next is secondary drying stage, and last is packing. First one, freeze drying state. Freeze drying is the product solution to a temperature below its eutectic temperature. Decrease the self temperature to minus 50 degrees Celsius, and then low temperature and low pressure are maintained. The freons are also used as refrigerants. Formation of ice crystal occurs, and then the rate of ice crystallization define the freezing process and the efficiency of primary drying. Second is primary drying stage, which is also called sublimation. Heat is introduced from shelf to the product under graded control by electrical resistance coils or circulating silicon. The temperature and pressure should be below the triple point of water, that is 0.0098 degrees Celsius and 4.58 mmHg. The driving force is vapor pressure difference between the evaporating surface and the condenser. Then easily remove moisture up to 98 to 99%. Next step is secondary drying stage, which is also called desorption. The temperature is raised to 50 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius and vacuum is lowered about 50 mmHg. Then bound water is removed and rate of drying is low. It take about 10 to 20 hours. And last one is packing. After drying, the vacuum is replaced by filter dry air or nitrogen to establish atmospheric temperature. Ampoules are sealed by either tape sealing or pull sealing method. Vials and bottles are sealed with rubber closures and aluminum caps. Now, advantages of lyophilization. First of all, removal of water at low temperature. Thermolabile material can be dried. Compatible with aseptic operations. More precise fill weight control. Sterility can be maintained. Reconstitution is easy. These are the advantages of lyophilization. And next is disadvantages of lyophilization. In this process, many biological molecules are damaged. by the stress associated with freezing, freeze drying, or both. The product is prone to oxidation due to high porosity and large surface area. Therefore, the product should be packed in vacuum or in container impervious to gases. And last is cost may be an issue depending on the product. It is long time process. These are the disadvantages of lyophilization. Now, applications of lyophilization. First is pharmaceutical and biotechnological application. To increase the shelf life of product such as vaccines and other injectables. In food industries, it is used to preserve food very lightweight, to produce essences or following flavoring agents. Freeze dry fruits are produced, culinary herbs are preserved, instant coffee powder is prepared. In technical industries, it is used in chemical synthesis, formation of stable products, and some other applications are used in flora and fauna preservations and recovery of water damaged books and documents. This is the process called lyophilization. Our next topic is protein-protein interaction methods. Protein-protein interaction methods, also called PPIS. It refers to international physical contact established between two or more proteins as a result of biochemical events or electrostatic forces. Example of protein-protein interaction methods. Protein-protein interactions is signal transduction, transport across membranes, cell metabolism, etc. Protein-protein interaction methods. Identification of protein-protein interaction methods. Experimental in vivo. Yeast-2 hybrid system, split ubiquitin system, split lactamase and split galactosidase system, split yellow fluorescent protein system. Next is experimental in vitro. First of all, first is co-immunoprecipitations, tagged fusion proteins, X-ray dry fractions, bi-core phase display. Last is computational in silico. First bind, dip, mint, intact. Method to investigate PPIs, immunoprecipitations, protein microarrays, light scattering, fluorescence spectroscopy, etc. First of all, yeast-2 hybrid. This is method that use transcriptional activity as a measure of protein-protein interaction. It relies on the modular nature of many site-specific transcriptional activators, which consist of a DNA binding domain and a transcriptional activation domain. DNA binding domains serve to target the activator to the specific gene that will be expressed. Activation domain contacts other proteins of the transcriptional machinery to enable transcription to occur. Next, yeast-2 hybrid system has various involving different reagents and has been adapted to high throughput screening. The strategy interrogates two proteins called bait and prey, coupled to the two halves of a transcription factor and expressed in yeast. If the protein make contact, they reconstitute a transcription factor that activates a reporter gene. Reporter gene includes the E. coli, LAC-Z gene, and selectable yeast genes such as HIS, HIS3, and LEU2. Next system is yeast-3 hybrid system. The yeast-3 hybrid system enables the detection of RNA protein interactions in yeast using simple phenotypic assays. It was developed in collaboration with Stanfield Laboratory. The legs A DNA binding domain is fused to the MS2 coat protein to form hybrid protein 1. Now, hybrid protein 2 consists of the GAL4 activation domain linked to the RNA binding domain Y you wish to test. The hybrid RNA consists of two MS2 RNA binding sites and the RNA sequence used is to test RNA-X hybrid protein 1 and the presence of MS2 sites in the hybrid RNA are fixed as in the gallium 4 activation domain. RNA-X and RNA binding domain Y varies. This method consists of in the expression in yeast cells of three chemical molecules which assemble in order to activate two reporter genes. In this method, the three components of the system are expressed from two plasmids, allowing the use of any previously described yeast strains for two hybrid systems that provide the two reporter genes HIS3 and LAC-Z under the control of GAL4 operator. Next method is immunoprecipitation. This is a classical method of detecting PPI. Cell lysates are generated, antibody is added, the antigen is precipitated and washed, and bound protein are eluted and analyzed. Then co-precipitated protein is precipitated by the antibody itself and not by a contaminating antibody in the preparation. Adenovirus E1A protein interacts with RB protein, detect the interaction present in the crude lysate. Co-immunoprecipitating protein do not necessarily interact directly since they can be part of larger complexes. Co-precipitation is not as sensitive as other methods such as protein affinity chromatography because of the concentration of the antigen is lower than it is in protein affinity chromatography. Next method is co-immunoprecipitation, also called co-IP. Co-immunoprecipitation is the most complex method. It is popular technique for protein interaction discovery. Co-immunoprecipitation is conducted in essentially the same manner as in immunoprecipitations of a single protein, except that the target protein precipitated by the antibody, also called bait, it is used to precipitate a binding partner or protein complex. Next, combine interaction data sets with other sources of data. Primary database that contain PPI include DIP, Intact, and Mint. These databases have committed to making records available through a common language called PSI-CQUIC to maximize access. Next method is bind, also called biomolecular interaction network database, a free open source database for achieving and exchanging molecular assembly information. The database contains interaction, molecular complex and pathways. Bind interaction viewer Java showing how molecule can be connected in the database from molecular complex to small molecule. Yellow protein, purple small molecule, white molecular complexes. This session was seeded by the interaction between human LAT and GRB2 proteins involved in cell signaling in the T cell. Bind interaction viewer is Java. Next method is DEEP. DEEP is database of interaction proteins. Study of DEEP: protein function, protein-protein relationship, and in evolution of protein-protein interaction. The network of interacting proteins, the environment of protein-protein interaction. The prediction of DEEP is unknown protein-protein interaction, the best interaction identification. Identification numbers from Swiss Prot, GeneBank and PIR. This is the figure which show protein table, method table, reference table, interaction table. Thank you. This is our topic, lyophilization and protein-protein interaction methods.